Hi, Shoe 7. I'm back. Okay, so women, y'all gotta stop. Y'all have to stop. Stop what? Giving men money. If you give men money, you lost. You just lost. You lost the game. You lost your power. You lost everything. If you give a man money, you lost. Straight up, you lost. Why? Because now he's your child. Okay? Now you're his mother. Okay? You cannot give men money. I'm sorry. You can't give them a loan. You can't let them borrow money. You can't give them money because you want them to stay with you. No. You can give them a gift card for their birthday or Christmas, but that's about it. Women who are giving men money, you're making a huge mistake that you're going to regret later on. I have so many people writing me talking about how they gave their ex money or paid for this or gave him that, and then they broke up and now they can't get their money back and they're just upset, distraught, betrayed. What? That's your fault because you gave him money. Okay? Women don't give men money. Okay? It's supposed to be the other way around. If you were not smart enough to know that, I understand. We all make mistakes, but don't repeat the process over and over. Okay? For example, this was a learning experience if that happened to you. If you gave a man money and he left you, didn't pay you back, moved on, that's a learning lesson. That means no, don't ever do that again, ever. So if you're in this situation and you're focused on getting your money back, you're focused on the wrong thing. Okay? You need to be focused on learning the lesson at hand and understanding how you got played and why you got played and why you can't do this or repeat this ever again if you ever want to be taken seriously as a woman. Okay? So ladies, I know a lot of people will say, oh, well, we don't all look, we're not all beautiful, we're not all this and we're not all that, so we have to do what we have to do to keep our men. But that's not true. Okay? The type of men that you're going for are the type of men who require you to pay. Change your type. Okay? There are plenty of men who will date you, go out with you without you having to give them anything. Okay? Same for men. There are plenty of women who will date you without you having to give them anything. Okay? The problem lies within what we're attracted to. Okay? Men are attracted to women that want money. Women are attracted to men who are not in their league, same as men who are attracted to women that are not in their league. Okay? We all know this. This is where the balance comes in. If you know the man you're with can do better than you and you're still giving him money, expect never to see that money again. Expect him to not care when he breaks up with you and da-da-da. Expect that. Okay? Men, if you're dating a woman who's way out of your league and you're giving her everything but you don't have enough to sustain or maintain her, but you're giving and giving and giving but you don't have enough to maintain, there's a difference. Some women will use you even though you don't have much. And some women won't even entertain you because they don't want to take from you because they know you don't have much. Okay? And there are some guys who will say, well, I want this person. I need this person so bad. I do all these things for her. And she still cheats on me or goes and sees other guys because she's draining you and she doesn't see how you can keep up. Okay? A lot of women feel guilty or feel bad about taking things from men who they know cannot afford the things that they like. So they will start to see another man who can, and then eventually leave that person who is struggling to keep up with little designer handbags or nice shoes or car notes because it was putting a strain on them and the relationship. Okay? So men, it's not that women are evil and out for your wallet. It's just that some women just like lifestyle and they need a man who can provide it for them. Okay? It's nothing personal. And for example, I know a few women that I talk to. I'm never going to name names, but they have these great guys, but they're just upset because these guys can't do things for them. They don't take their career or life serious enough to like be a go-getter and, you know, climb up that ladder or start their own business or start getting money. You know, they're focused more on going out, hanging out with friends and da da da. And meanwhile, you have all these older gentlemen or men with more money constantly hitting on women every day, saying, hey, I got what you want, you know, let's go for a trip. Meanwhile, you know, you're with your boyfriend who's struggling, but you love him, he's cute, da da da. But you have also this other man over there saying, hey, I want to take you to Paris, you know, or I want to take you away for the weekend. If, you know, if you're not on that level, you know, I want to take you away for the weekend to, you know, wherever. It doesn't have to be Paris. It can be to the beach, you know. So you're having like all these things in her ear, and then, you know, the guy has no clue. He's just like, I just want to hang out with my friends and be happy. But meanwhile, the girl is looking at you. It's like, he doesn't take life seriously. He just want to hang out. He's not about that life. You know, I want this lifestyle. So a women will leave that guy and go with the guy who has it, you know. Even if they're the same age, it doesn't have to be an older guy. It's just the guy who has more potential and tangible assets is where the women go. Now, some women, okay, I didn't say all women, because not all women are materialistic. Women place their value for, like, women love differently, okay? Some women love what you could do for them, how you can make their lives better. Some women love you because you say some women love you because they just love you, and no matter what you do, no matter how much you bring them down, they're not going to go anywhere. No matter how many times you cheat on them, they're not going nowhere. Okay, there are those type of women, and that's the type of women most guys are looking for. But the sad thing is, those type of women have low self-esteem, they're mentally imbalanced, and they don't understand when they're being exploited. Okay, so if you're one of those type of women, they call them ride or die. If you're one of those type of women who will stick with a man after they have dragged you down, you know, taken your money, cheated on you, have you living, you know, poor and all that stuff, that's a mental problem. That's not ride or die. That's called mental problem. That means you don't value yourself. Same thing with men. Men, if you have a woman who's constantly dragging you down, make you lose your job, all your friends, you're broke, you got to go back home, live with your mama, that's not right either. You know, if she's going to be draining you, if she's going to take you backwards, she's not good for you. You know, you might as well release her to go find someone who she can drain without bringing them backwards in life. You know, a lot of people will drain someone that doesn't have anything. You know, they will say, oh, I want to get with this guy, he'll give me anything I want. But the guy doesn't have anything, and he's draining his assets, you know, losing things, running up his credit. Don't do that. If you don't have to spend, don't spend. Get a girl that doesn't want that. Same thing with ladies. Ladies, if you have a man or a boyfriend, you know, that you can't, you know, splurge with, go all out, you know, the lifestyle that you're used to, don't date him. Don't drain him. You know, go find someone to drain. And then, you know, don't drain the people that don't have it. That's the whole point. A lot of people get mad about gold diggers, but most real gold diggers, the ones that go for the real money, they don't try to get money off the little, you know, people with the 9-to-5 jobs and stuff like that. They go for the millionaires, the very rich guys that don't mind spending money. So if you think you're gold digging, ladies, and you're gold digging somebody that works at Sears, you're not gold digging. Okay, what you're doing is just draining someone who is probably thirsty and will give you the time of day until they run out of money. So you don't want that. And ladies, don't give money to men because they're draining you. Okay. I have so many people writing me, well, how do I get my ex back? How do I get my ex back? They're your ex for a reason. You should move on. And if you really want them back, they're not going to want to come back to the same thing. You got to change. You got to change something. You got to be better than you were when they left you for them to even want you back. So stop looking at the ex and look at yourself and say, okay, I'm gonna make him regret leaving me. What can I do? You know, that's when a lot of women like hit the gym, lose weight, get a new hair color, hairdo, new job, new friends, travel. That's when they do all that stuff. And then when their ex finds out or sees them, they're like, oh man, I want her back. Because you're different. Okay, you're not the same person that they left. You're this new reinvented version, better version of yourself. And exes tend to come back to women who have done better. You know what I'm saying? So if you're still the same person he left, the nagging, you know, person that left, and the same position, the same outlook on life, he left you because you were that. Okay? So you have to change yourself for the better. Not for him, but for you as well. Because like I have done a few consulting phone calls and we've talked. I've led them. They're dating millionaires now. They left losers. Da da da. And no offense to people that don't have a lot of money, but this is just what they want. This is just what these women want, and I do help them get to that point. Okay.